sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman.
But had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive that it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet love, even for the vows we made each other so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio! How the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee!
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful! Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of Charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messaline? Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother, too. So went he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but I am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb did I participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, should my tears let fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola, from her birth, had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He finished his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing, let's make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire. Do not embrace me until each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola, which to confirm, I'll bring you to a captain in this town where lie my maiden weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune since hath been between this lady and this lord.
So it comes, lady, you have been mistook, but nature to her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are both betrothed to a maid and man.
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and those swearings keep as true in soul as doth that orbed continent, the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garments. He, upon some action, is now in durance at Malvolio suite, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither, and yet, alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. A most extracting frenzy of mine own from my remembrance clearly banished his. How does he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end, as well as a man in his case may do. Has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospel, so its skills not much when they're delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman.
By the Lord, madam! How now, art thou mad?
No, madam. I do but read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
Prithee, read it thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore, perpend by princess, and give ear.
The Lord, read it you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with which I doubt not, but to do myself much right or you much shame, think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury, the madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not much of distraction.
Oh, see him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, to think me as well as sister, as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it, so please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for service done him so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, there is my hand. You shall be known from this time your master's mistress.
A sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
I, my lord, this same.
Madam,
How now, Malvolio?
you have done me wrong. Notoriously wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. I pray you peruse this letter. You must now not deny it is your hand. Write from it if you can, in hand or phrase, or say 'tis not your seal, nor your invention, but you can say none of this. Well, grant it then, and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why you have given me such clear light of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings and to frown on Sir Toby, and acting in this obedient hope. Why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geckingole that ever invigilate? Oh, tell me why!
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I confess, much like the character, but out of question 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me it was she first told me thou wast mad, then camest in smiling, and in such forms which were here presupposed upon thee in the letter. Oh, prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee. But when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thy own cause.
Good madam, let me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl come to taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at, in hopes it shall not. Most freely I confess, myself and Toby did set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts which we had conceived against him. Mariah writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. How with a sportful malice it was followed, may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed, that have on both sides passed.
Oh, alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one, sir, in this interlude, once Sir Topus, sir, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. Madam, why laugh you with such a bad rascal and smile? You not, he's gagging. Thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you!
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known and golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come. Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.